After falling behind 2-1 in the second round, we have now won 2 straight games, one of which came with only a couple of seconds left. A 1-point win to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. We blew them out in our last game to take a 3-2 lead. If we win today and punch our tickets, then we're going to face the Raptors for the 3rd time in this series in the Eastern Conference Finals. Last year was the 1 year so far where we have not faced them reaching the ECF. Over in the Western Conference, the Thunder lead the Spurs 3-2, and they are the 5 seed. Wembanyama just came back. Meanwhile, the Sonics lead the Warriors 3-2 as well. The only series that is even done right now was the Pistons-Raptors series, and they won that one in 5. So we're going to find out who the last 4 teams are going to be in the bracket here today. We got to hopefully close it out here in Game 6 in Charlotte at the Hive. And they're going to start Mo Bamba here today, not Ben Simmons. So a big change there for Charlotte. And that means that could open the floor for them to hit some threes, because we know that from our experience having Bamba on this team, he can definitely knock down the open looks. So Jalen Duren might have his hands full here. We have returned to the Spectrum Center here in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Hornets are on the brink of elimination, trying to force Game 7 here today. Shot clock already under 5, but Miller finds some room for 3 and misses the shot to open the ball game. Screen for Jovanovic. He gets inside and draws a shooting foul on Prosper, who low-key these last couple of games has played some really good defense on Mac Boyd, has not let him get inside the paint often. He got postered once, obviously, but for the most part, these last couple of games, Boyd has been kind of held in check, and that's why Jovanovic has had to step up here in Games 4 and 5. Going right at Kuminga. Miller throws it up. It rattles out, and Mamba scoops down the rebound. Out to Mercer. He laces it behind the arc, and they're on the board. And that's a bad pass by Boyd, and Ball was waiting for it. He picks up a steal. Pull-up jumper. Counted for Brandon Miller. Driving to the rim. Boyd shakes off Prosper, and he is going to open the scoring for us from the field. So far, he's only averaged like 23, 24 points per game. As I said, these last 2 games, Prosper's holding below 20 points per game. So, and a really good job as Mercer gets blocked by the rim. You don't see that very often. Finding some room behind the arc. That is a really tough shot. It's not going to drop in for Boyd. Feed down low. Bamba blocked. Jalen Duren with some great recovery on defense. Wow, what a play. Up to Kuminga to tie things up at 5. Trying to take OG off the dribble here. And now he's lost it. Really good on-ball defense. Mercer almost turned the ball over. It's under 5. Miller steps back and misses the 3. Out of the corner, it's Jovanovic. There's a lane. He takes the screen and knocks down the mid-range jumper. There was a switch. Prosper given room. Luckily, their 3s aren't dropping early on. Shot clock counting down. A screen coming over. Boyd just pulls up, and it's in there. Out of a Charlotte timeout, allowing a 9-0 run the last handful of minutes. They go to Brandon Miller. Behind the arc, yet to really get going. Jovanovic sees a lane, attacks Mercer, and draws another shooting foul. He's got more free throws. Missed his first one earlier in the ball game. First one here is good, and the back end is perfect. 12-5 here in the first. Lob for Bamba. What was that? What was that shot? I've never seen anything quite like that. That's incredible. And there was a foul too. The free throw won't drop in. Boyd comes out of the corner. He gets the feed from Jovanovic and just kind of makes a pass to Duren. He misses the shot. Brandon Miller, the shot contest. Pass inside. Mercer with the finish. Quick, fast break there by Charlotte. It's back to a one-score game. Nice feed inside. Jalen Duren gets behind Bamba. Wow, this is a wide open shot. Mercer's not going to miss that one. Trying to attack the lane. Jovanovic can't finish at the rim. I don't mind the strong take, but with him being undersized against LaMelo, it's not going to be an easy bucket anytime. And LaMelo puts them back in front, 15-14. So after a run of ours, they're going to run of their own, but Jonathan Kuminga is finding some good looks here in the paints. We take the lead. We've seen this in a couple games already, trading leads back and forth in the first half. Still under half the quarter left, by the way. Miller's got it top of the key. He fires, and it's good this time. Timeout, Neptunes. Wilson, Towns, and Rhodes checking out of the timeout. So does Ochai Agbaji. That was not a great idea from Towns there. He gets blocked. Goes the other way. LaMelo spins. Kicks it back out. Oh, we've got Boyd on Brandon Miller. Ball's got a good look. Top of the key, and they've hit 2 straight threes. Towns peels off a screen. Has a decent look from the mid-range. It's up and good. Stolen. Boyd with the deflection. He goes right to Matthew Rhodes. Agbaji trying to shake off Mercer. He did, but just couldn't finish. Feed to Ball. He's got more room. Another one drops in. They're catching fire from downtown. Already 5 more threes than we've made. So after a slow start behind the arc of the first 4 minutes, they've gotten on track. A step back from Boyd won't fall in. Mercer finds Ball on the cut, and there's nobody there. 26-18. This defense has collapsed all of a sudden. Boyd the screen. Towns pulls up and misses the open tray. Attacking the basket. Mercer can't lay it in. A foot or two away. Agbaji on the stop. Boyd's got it. He goes right into a jumper. A long 2 is in there. Screen from Bamba. Ball the shots. Not this time. Towns lost his dribble. He finds Rhodes on the cuts. He'll have some more free throws. 3rd on Charlotte here in the first quarter. Matthew Rhodes has been relatively quiet here in the playoffs. I think he has had just like 1 good game here in the series so far when Boyd fouled out in Game 5, which was the last game. Hoping for some good contributions here in this one because we're probably going to need it to win this game. They get it down low to Gilbert, and that one ricochets off the rim. Matthew Rhodes had a hand in there. Boyd finds him on the other end. He's got it off the glass. It's back to 2. Pull-up jumper. Up and over. Boyd counted for Miller. Screen from Rhodes. Boyd finds him behind the arc. Really nice play right there. Miller shakes off Boyd. That one doesn't go in. I'm surprised. That was really open shots. A chance to give ourselves the lead. Never mind. Agbaji called for a charge. Gonna get it down low. The Tyson Gilbert's going right at Matthew Rhodes. 2 stomps on him now. Gonna get ourselves back in front here. Late pass to Jovanovic. Markelle Fultz on him. Off the screen from Rhodes. No good. Ball's tipped out, and Charlotte has it. Fultz finds Pena at the rim for the jam, but Chua not paying attention. 3-point game, 30 seconds to play here in the first. Fading away. No good from Yovi. The Hornets get it back with a final shot here in the quarter. Ball going right to the rim, and he's going to draw the foul on Agbaji, his second. Done a pretty good job on ball so far in the series. He's had like 20 points per game so far, I think, which is lower than his regular season numbers. But so far today, both Ball and Miller are having really strong starts. To end the first quarter, Jovanovic can't knock down the contested three. It's 31-27 Charlotte through one. Start of the second quarter. Not a fan of our defense so far, but they've also hit some really kind of tough shots off of screens especially. We can get better at that and hit our own shots from behind the arc, and then we'll be all right. Agbaji on the board here in the second quarter. Get it to Ball, top of the key. Too quick for Anunoby. That is the problem with these bigger guys that we have on these guards. Miller and Ball both have a really quick step, both with and without the ball. So if they get going quickly and you're not paying attention, then you're going to get caught behind. Boyd at the rim. Unlucky miss. Gilbert continues to rack up stops on Boyd here in the series, while Fultz hits a shot on the other end, and we're already down by 6. It was just a 1-point game like 20 seconds ago. Off the screen. Boyd fading away. The 3-ball can't drop in. Melo going right at Agbaji. That shot was blocked. Screens for Agbaji out of the corner. He gets the feet at the elbow. Markelle Fultz on him. Just go right after him. You can beat this guy down low, or just hold the ball for the entire shot clock and then make us take a bad one to end it. It's okay. That's really awesome. All got it. Boyd covering. Shot clock under 5. You don't want to go down low on Boyd. It's not going to work out for you. Will he attack the fast break? Going right at Gilbert, and Gilbert strip dates. This guy can do it all against Boyd. What's going on here? Him and Prosper both. And Anunoby jumps the pass for a steal. He's got Jovanovic all alone for the jam. And that's a foul. First on Kuminga. He just came in the ball game. Literally, they just had a timeout like 2 seconds ago, and he's already fouling. The free throws are good from Augustine. 38-32. Couple of screens for Boyd. He's guarded by Gilbert still. Right down low. He's got it this time. Eyeball screen for LaMelo. Agbaji is there on the shot contest. Really good job on that one. Chua rolls to the rim. Kuminga takes Augustine down low by himself, but misses a few feet away. Pull up 3. Not going to drop in for LaMelo. Jovanovic has room, but he has yet to hit a field goal since, I believe, that dunk, but also his first shot of the entire game. That's it. 2 for 7 so far. We're used to these starts, these last couple of series. They got it, though, under 10 on the clock. Ball. No good this time either. The door is open. We just got to find some offense here. We've only scored a handful of points here in the quarter. They're giving us a chance to make our way back in. Boyd, backdoor on the baseline. For 3, Markelle Fultz can't knock it down. A couple of open threes not dropping now for Charlotte. They're feeling a bit streaky here in Game 6. Kuminga finds Boyd. His mid-range jumper connects, and we're tied at 38. Nice feed to Pena inside, but 2 defenders there, and Boyd picks up his second block of the day. Trying to go at Augustine again. Not the smartest shot in the world, and Charlotte has a chance to put themselves back in front. Nice feed. Augustine gets behind Boyd. Out of the corner. Boyd for 3 with room. He connects again. 41-40. He's got 16 here in the first half. And they call timeout. Well, just like games 1 and 4, folks, we have quite the ball game on our hands here. Back and forth since the opening tip. A couple of runs by either team, and we're neck and neck right now. Towns with a no-look feed, and Anunoby just jams it in and hangs on the rim. A little bit of disrespect right there. And our 13-4 run continues. Only 4 points for Charlotte in the last 4+ minutes. They have really come to a screeching halt on the offensive side of the ball. They got Miller back in the game now. Ball still in. Gonna breathe some life into this offense. Mercer, time counting down. Bamba covered closely. Rhodes. Really good shot contest. Boyd's going to go right at Prosper here. Off the glass sand. A little bit too little under that one. In the corner, ball. No good. Kuminga got there in time. Boyd pulls down the rebounds. There's 4 to go here in the first half. Another screen from Rhodes. Boyd shakes Miller. Gets baseline and picks up the first foul against Mo Bamba. I like the aggressiveness here in the second quarter by Mac Boyd, going right at the rim on a lot of these plays. Plenty of shot attempts here in the quarter, and that's part of why we have a 5-point lead right now. Aiding away. Miller knocks it down. Immediate offense. Towns from the elbow, no good, but Rhodes boxes out Miller for the rebound, plus the hoop in the harm. Great box out play, Matthew Rhodes. Don't see him make a play like that very often, but a good one there. Unfortunately, free throw does not drop in. He wants to go isolation. He passes out. Bamba over Rhodes. Tough shot. That's not easy. Off the screen, Kuminga pulls up from 3, but finds back iron only. Miller on the other end, fakes out Boyd, finds some room, but can't connect behind the arc. We're still in front. That would have tied the game. Boyd finds Towns. He does not want to shoot the ball here. Simmons on him. Screen comes up. Really good job around it by Simmons. Towns can't knock it down, but Boyd is there to tip it in. Shot clock under 5 for Charlotte's. Simmons is going to have to shoot this. Yeah, that's going to miss every time. Towns. Couple of dribble moves. 2 defenders there. Handing off to Rhodes, and he left it short. Backdoor, Prosper, can't lay it in. Kuminga stuck with him the whole way. Still a 5-point game. Towns lobs it, but not on the same page as Anunoby, and the turnover instead. 60 seconds left here in the half. Mercer's got more room. They love this double screen play. It's a floppy play is what that is. And it leads to an open 3. 2-point game. Let me find some offense here after some slow possessions. Not a good look there by Towns. He is taking plenty of shots here, but hasn't been very efficient. Pull up from Miller. Will not tie it up. Kuminga almost turns it over. Instead, it's a block for Bamba. And he wasn't even looking at Rhodes when he took that shot. That's crazy. Charlotte can tie or take the lead here on the final shot of the second quarter. We got Boyd on Miller playing some really tight defense. Rhodes needs to step up here. It's a late one, but Miller can't knock it down. Very tight game. Slow end for both teams to close the half, but 49-47, we're in front. All right, here we go in the third quarter, starting with a near turnover from Boyd. They'll stay with us, though. Very tight game. Both teams neck and neck the whole way, trading leads, trading buckets. Been a couple of streaky parts of this game, but I feel like if one team can really get going here in the third quarter, that's probably going to be who comes out on top, but you've seen crazier things happen. Brandon Miller picks up his second foul off a really cheap reach-in foul. Boyd's doubled. Cross-court pass. Kuminga has all day to pull up. It's good. Brandon Miller. That's such a quick pull-up. How do you catch up to that guy after doing that? He shot pretty poorly there in the first step, but still hit a couple of tough shots, and those matter in a close game like this. Boyd pulls up. That shot drops in. He had 20 in the first half, already his first bucket here, and if they're going to double in like on the first play, then that will open up a lot of other shots for the rest of our team. Pull up for Ball. Both of the stars are hot for Charlotte to open this quarter. We're tied at 53. Jovanovic flashes towards the rim and then kicks it back out. He could have taken that. OG misses the three. Why did Jovanovic pass that out, man? I thought he could have just laid that one in. Now we got a mismatch. Prosper on Jovi, or vice versa. Miller, doubled. Prosper, fouled on the three, and they will be taking the lead at the line here. First one's up and good. Not a lot to do so far in the game for Prosper, but they can knock down the free throws. Those are also a big factor in games like this. Charlotte leads. Kuminga gets the feed from the elbow, throws it up, but it rattles out. Behind the arc. Miller, 2 for 2. Gonna get it to Jalen Duren down low. He has been held in check here in this game by Bamba. He's guarded closely, and he picks up the foul. Number 2 against Bamba. Second on Charlotte here in the quarter. First free throw up and good. Need these ones to drop for Jalen Duren. And he misses the back end. Ball gets it up ahead. Jovanovic with a horrible reaction time, and now they've got free throws. And he's not going to miss these. This is why you got to hit your own. First one good. LaMelo has 20 points. Duren back out to Boyd for 3. He can't connect. 6-point game. Could really use a stop or two here. We're going to double Miller. And we're not going to get the stop that I was asking for. Over the top feed. Jalen Duren misses again at the rim. Oh, there's so many mismatches across the court. Miller can't miss now all of a sudden. We're down by 12. It's only been 4 minutes, but this is not how you want to start the second half in a game like this. Another 3. Not going in from Mac Boyd. You got to find some better looks. Need to play some better defense off these screens too. We get a steal off that one. Anunoby with that pass deflection. Jovanovic lobs it for Duren on the other end. Another flare out. Miller finally misses the jump shots. Jovanovic, top of the key. He can't get on track. Duran does clean it up, though, this time. We're back within 8 points again. But we need Jovanovic to step up here, man. Had 2 solid games in a row, and now is having another stinker here in this one. And Boyd is yet to really find his rhythm to start this quarter either. Need our stars to step up here and match what Miller and Ball are currently doing for Charlotte. They keep supplying the offense. Boyd gets the feed. He draws a crowd. And we don't find the open man there in the corner. Jovanovic was all alone. And now Duran gets blocked, gets the rebound, and then misses at the rim. This is horrible right now. We've completely lost all of our momentum. And we're having some real tough time finding good open shots right now. And Charlotte's hitting some tough ones off of screens. There's a good block. How do they get that back? We double ball. And he turns it over. Kuminga cuts off the pass. Jalen Duran the screen. And Boyd picked up his dribble. What are we doing here? Jovanovic has to create. He turns it over. Mercer finds Miller. He pulls up. No good. Can we score, please? Only 9 points for us so far in the quarter. There's Boyd. Here comes a screen. Miller passes out. You just can't stop that. When that happens, you can't play better defense than we just did right there. Frustration is seeping in here, folks. Charlotte leads by 11. They were down by 2 at the break. Agbaji in the corner. Gotta knock it down. Yes, he does. Off the Boyd assist. Can we get a defensive stop? Miller steps back and hits another one. What is this avalanche of threes that I'm seeing right here? This is nuts. Agbaji gets the feed inside. 5 straight points for him, but we cannot answer. 3s with 2s. Down by this much, approaching the 4th quarter. They've now passed us in field goal percentage. Miller steps back. Thank God. Good screens for Boyd. Miller switches to him. He's got Jovanovic in the corner all alone. And he doesn't make the pass. Agbaji hits the triple, though. Big plays by him here in the 3rd quarter. 68-74. I'm praying for Markelle Fultz and Payne to come in so that Miller or Ball can come off the court here. Especially Brandon Miller. He finds Bamba. Kick back out to Ball. He's picked up closely. Now he's doubled. Why are we doubling? Please don't. Off the screen. Jovanovic pulls the trigger. This guy, I don't know what's going on right now with him, man. Just too inconsistent right now for my liking. Miller. Pump fakes. Throws it up off the glass. Wow. All of a sudden, after 9 first-half points, shooting horribly, he's got 25 all of a sudden. 16 here in the 3rd quarter all by himself. Kuminga has Boyd top of the key. It's a late pass. Jovanovic has Agbaji. It's a late pass to him, but he's fouled in the corner. The 3rd foul against LaMelo. Agbaji stepping up here when Jovanovic can't. Keeping us in this ball game. Achua and Matthew Rhodes come off the bench for the first time here in the quarter. And all 3 free throws are good. Big quarter for Agbaji. They take out LaMelo. Miller's still out there. Bolt's going right at Jovanovic. Wow. More free throws for the Hornets. Just need a few more stops. But we're not going to get them right now. Kuminga has a wide open look. He's got to hit it, and he does. We're going to feed it down low. Miller got the switch to Achua and got the positioning as well. It is a 6-point ball game under 2 to go in the quarter, and it's a one-man show right now. Brandon Miller doing everything for the Hornets here in Game 6. Kuminga has Rhodes for 3. Knock it down, big fella. Miller has it jarred loose. Jovanovic on his blind side. Can we score on this play and get ourselves right back towards the lead? That's not a good shot by Jovi. What the heck was he thinking? Come on, man. Wasted possession right there. And now they get it up to Gilbert for the foul. And they've got free throws again. First one up and good from Tyson Gilbert, who is like the perfect role player, I guess. Does not seem to make any bad plays whatsoever. And both free throws are good. 82-77, Boyd back on the courts. Wilson Towns out there too, but he has not been good in this game so far. And Anunoby lays it in, plus the foul. We're in the bonus for the last 46 of the quarter. That's the third on Brandon Miller. The cap off the three-point play. The free throw is on the money. Off the screen, Miller drives and draws the foul on Matthew Rhodes. Once again attacking a switch. And now they're in the bonus. First one up and good to make it a 4-point game. Miller knocks down the back end. 84-80. Towns gets it down low. Blocked by Simmons. He tries again and left it short. Wilson Towns and Jovanovic both making some ill-advised plays here in this game. We're showing double on Miller. Then we back off. Trying to save for the last shot here in the quarter. And Anunoby on Miller. Pena the screen. The pull-up three is no good. And we will get a half-court shot up, and it's no good from Towns. 4-point game. Anybody's game, but right now the Hornets are keeping us away from the lead. It's the fourth quarter, everybody. Brandon Miller's off the court. LaMelo was on the courts for Charlotte. Their year is in jeopardy right now, but we just can't seem to stop fouling all of a sudden. This is really bothering me right now. Have not seen us foul this many times in a long time. Shot clock under 10. Rhodes pulls up behind the arc and knocks it down to cut their lead in half. Out of the corner, Markelle Fultz beats Pena because Rhodes just left him open. Come on, man. We just got to play just a little bit better defense, and we're going to win this game just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. And Anunoby got the switch to LaMelo. Inside. You can't miss that, man. How are their guards so good at getting stops down low? I don't know, but they've been doing a great job all series long. They get it down low to Pena with positioning, and he scores again. Right when we get back within one score. Like in every other game where this seems to happen, they jump up by a couple more buckets the next couple of plays. And now Jovanovic is back to getting blocked inside. When is he going to step up in this game? Gilbert has a mismatch. He scores. We can't keep giving Charlotte 9, 10-point leads. That's an extremely late pass by Boyd. Passing has been late. You can't hit the open shots like that. How do you expect to win playing like this? That one's blocked by Matthew Rhodes. But they get back on defense quickly. 4 guys get back on defense immediately. That's just great transition defense by the Hornets. Boyd lays it in amongst the trees. Pull up 3. LaMelo's got it. I don't know what we can possibly do to stop plays like that, man. He just fires right off a screen. They've got some huge players. We are horrible at getting around screens, and we're still missing shots like that. We have not hit tough shots. They have all day long. It's been the difference in this game. Simmons makes it 12. We're running out of juice here, but there's a nice alley-oop. The screen from Gilbert's. Bolts in the corner, finds Pena. His shot won't go. Jovanovic steps into a three. It's a really good look. We need a lot from him here in this fourth quarter. With Miller off the court, we have no excuse to not go on a run here. No excuse whatsoever. Pena's got it. Rhodes on him. And he scores. Jalen Duren back in the game. Jovanovic pulls up from three, and this one's not going to drop in. Mercer fakes out Boyd, pulls up, and thankfully, the shot rolls around and out. Still a 9-point game, but we've been worse with Miller off the court, which is just crazy. Pull-up drops in for Mac Boyd. He's got 30 now. Pena to Ball. Wow. This is bad, man. Boyd draws a crowd. In the corner, Rhodes finds Duren at the rim. You cannot miss that! That's egregious, Duren! And now LaMelo picks up a foul. That's the fourth on Jovanovic. 10-point game. Gonna add to it here. LaMelo is not known for missing free throws, so probably hit both. Just over half of the quarter left. A lot of work to do down the stretch. Boyd's got it. He pulls the trigger over Miller. It's not going to go in. It's not knocking down shots right now, and the Hornets are hitting some tough ones. Bomb was blocked by Duren. Out of the corner comes Boyd. Behind the arc. He finally connects. Gilbert to Miller. Boyd on him. Get caught on the screen. He gets it back for three. And rattles out, but Miller grabs the offensive rebound. Bamba leaves it for LaMelo. He's left open. Miller pulls up. That one's off. Same play as last time. Same spot as last time. Two straight for Boyd. We're doubling LaMelo, man. Please don't do this. Prosper's open. Like, I do get that we have been the beneficiary of double teams a lot in this series, but it is frustrating when there's nothing I can do about it. I can't do anything to stop us from doing that. Literally nothing. Under 4 to play. Miller gets it down low. Boyd doubles. Prosper. Two straight open threes. It's over. It's over. The Charlotte Hornets take Game 6. Their year is still alive. And we're going to Game 7. We're not done yet. Both teams now one loss away from their seasons being over. Our first Game 7 in franchise history coming up next, folks. We fall again to the Hornets. 30+ for Brandon Miller and LaMelo. Both guys put up 20+ shots. I don't see that very often, but they took their shots. They made them. Both guys made 6+ threes on 16 or less shots. Miller got really hot in that third quarter, and that was the difference maker in this game. I said it earlier in the ball game that whoever gets hot there in the third is going to win this game. And even though Mac Boyd drops 40, 11, and 9, one assist shy of a triple-double, we lose the game. And here's the rub. If our point guards, who combined went 2 for 25 in this game, if they play anywhere close to that here in Game 7, then our year's over. But we kind of have no choice but to see what will happen. We got to play these guys through it and hope that Jovanovic and Towns can step up. this is it. It comes down to this. Game 7 for us. And Game 7 for Wembanyama against the Thunder. We're going to have to put Boyd onto Pena because he is starting in place of Prosper going into Game 7. So, on Pena, we're going to put Boyd. And if he can't lock Pena down, then I don't know who can. He's averaged 10 points so far in the series. Has hit some really tough shots. Had a big one over Rose in this past game. We're going to simcast the first half of this one. And then jump in and watch the second half regardless of the score. Here we go. We're back at home in Game 7. The Hornets win the tip. Again, we're going to simcast the first half and see how it unfolds. First quarter, we will have a 4-point lead, 35-31. Back and forth here in the second. They take the lead. We get it back. Now we're going back and forth, trading leads. And at halftime, it is 68-65. High scoring. Anybody's game so far. Let's jump in. The Hornets start with it, trailing by 1 score. Miller pulls the trigger behind the arc. First shot for him, no good. Got no idea right now who's been the best player for either team in the first half. But obviously both teams have been having a pretty easy time on offense. And Anunoby starts the scoring for us here in the quarter. Step back. Ball knocks it down. Good God. Shot clock under 5. Duran hands it off. Kuminga with room. He responds. Miller takes the screen. Quick pull up. That one is online. If they get an open look, this guy's going to knock it down, it feels like. Boyd around the screen. Kuminga feeds it to him. He's got some room, but it won't go. How does Mercer get the rebounds? Going to be a play for Brandon Miller. Kuminga catches up, and Miller misses. And try the same play as last time. Boyd gets it again. This time Miller steps up. And he lost his dribble. Time counting down. Duran has to create. Driving on Bamba. Bucket and the foul. Bamba's locked him up so far in these last couple of games, or really just last game. Free throw again is no good, but still a big bucket by Jalen Duran. Up to LaMelo for the quick pull-up in transition. It won't go. Jalen Duran, by the way, 5 for 5 here in this game. 12 points already. Screen for Jovanovic. He feeds it back to Boyd. It's deflected, and Boyd misses at the rim. How? What kind of voodoo are these guys doing here to make us miss so many times? Just a few feet away. I don't understand it. They don't have, like, that good of a paint defense, at least on paper. And, of course, LaMelo knocks down another 3, so it's a 2-point game. Yovi gets rid of ball, gets inside for the jam. Nice take. Bamba comes up for the screen. LaMelo lobs it to him, and Duran rises up to snatch it. We got a fast break. Boyd blows by Pena to go the distance. Miller rounds a screen. Kuminga catches up, but too late. Pick comes up from Jalen Duran. Boyd. What in God's name was that pass? What was that pass? Thank God the shot's no good, but good God, man. And off. Kuminga lobs it for Duran on the roll. He tips it up and in. 5-point game, but the Hornets not going away early on in this second half. Going right back to Miller. Another trifecta on the money. We just cannot guard this play at all. Kuminga goes right back to Duran. He has yet to miss a shot. LaMelo turns it over. Boyd stays right there in the passing lane, and we almost give it back. We might as well have. It's a jump ball with Mo Bamba, but we're not going to win this one. Can Kuminga surprise us here? I doubt it. And he doesn't. It's tipped over to Pena. Miller's going to bring it up, flying right by Jalen Duren, but the shot from the wave won't drop in for him. Two-man game with Jovanovic and Boyd. Jovanovic pulls the trigger. Oh my God, we still have Duren on Miller. How is that humanly possible? We're lucky they didn't make the shot. I am extremely rattled right now by Charlotte. I cannot lie. They've got me really frustrated right now, and I imagine that's the same for this Neptunes team. I've not had a Game 7 ever with this team. Jalen Duren picks up the third foul on Bamba. And he hits at least one of these. Well, not the first one. Just don't go 0 for 2. Free throws are key. Back end is good. Melo with it. Miller coming around. It's the same freaking play, and it's worked almost every time. Kuminga with it. He's got Boyd behind him. He'll just fire amongst the trees, and it's blocked. 84-82. LaMelo almost thought about it. We're doubling Miller. We're doubling Miller. Bamba has to shoot. High ball game. Quarter and change left to play. Jovanovic yet to score here in the third. We're going to double Miller. We've got Jovanovic on Miller as well. And Boyd is called for his second foul. And the Hornets are going to jump in front here. Just unreal that we are just allowing them to get whatever they want. And we're not making smart plays on the offensive side of the ball when they matter. Sure, we can score a lot, but if they're scoring more than we are, it's not enough, obviously. 85-84. First lead in the half for Charlotte. Kuminga pulls up. Contested shots. Why? Mercer gets down low and lays it in. Stepping into a three. Yovi. He hit a shot. Oh! Goodness me. Under 3 to play in the quarter. LaMelo almost turned it over. We'll stay with Charlotte. He pulls up. 2 defenders outstretching their arms. It won't go in. We got Boyd off the court right now, so Kuminga, Jovanovic, Rhodes. Got to step up here on both ends. Jovanovic tries another pull-up. Osper kicks it out to Bamba. Rhodes picks him up. Honestly, really solid defense. Shot clock counting down. No good. Achua, the triple. A lot of long shot clocks here for the Hornets. Ball can't knock down the trifecta. 90 seconds to go. Still tied at 87 apiece. Kuminga has a good look. We're back in front. Up comes a screen. How do we cover this one? Honestly, pretty well. Achua, great reaction time to get his arm out there. Same play as last time. But this time, Gilbert's there. Kuminga cuts down low instead. Off the glass and in. Big shot. We have not hit many shots like that at all in this series, but they have, and they've been a big difference maker. It's good to see us make one of those here in Game 7. 5-point game. This is not the right matchup. Rhodes on ball is not what you want to see. Luckily, he's gone cold here to close out the quarter. Let's save for the last shot. Jovanovic crosses. He won't get the feed. Kuminga will fire instead off the screen. And he missed the open shots. 5-point lead with 1 quarter left. 92-87. We've seen something very similar before. Well, here we go, folks. It all comes down to this. 12 minutes left to decide who's going to move on to the conference championship. The Hornets got off to a good start. It's a home game for us. I don't want to lose this in front of this home crowd that's gotten used to championships. Got Boyd back in the ball game. Ivanovic stays out there. He finds Boyd for the jumper. He connects. 19 points for Boyd here in this game. 8 for 11 from the field. A plus line plus minus has not really been too aggressive in terms of how many shots he's taken, but he's been efficient. Brandon Miller behind the arc. No good. Top of the key. Jovanovic straight away. It's good. 8-point lead. Out of the corner, it's Brandon Miller. Catch and shoot. He responds. Eyeball screen for Jovanovic. Inside. Shielding off Miller. Great play again. We've shot 63% from the field. How are we only up by 7? What is going on? We've shot 11% better than them. We should be up by a whole lot more. Surprised Fultz didn't pull the trigger there. Got a mismatch with Jovanovic on Prosper. Simmons going right at Achua. How does he lay that in? What? Now Achua comes up. Boyd fires, open look, gets up and in. Open look, Markelle Fultz can't knock it down. They have not been as good on these open looks as game 6. Thankfully, it's been a big difference in this game, I think. Only watched about a corner and some change, but it's very noticeable already. Good kick out. Anunoby. You gotta hit that, man. Every bucket counts here in this game. It's game 7. Every single play matters. I'm gonna be very critical down the stretch here. Miller. Quick pull up. It's not gonna drop in. Pull up 3. Not a good look from Jovanovic. He's taken a couple of ill-advised shots in every game this series. 4 minutes gone here in the quarter. Miller steps back. Anunoby has a hand up, and he got the stop. Jovanovic goes right around the defense. Right to the rack. He's got 19 points, making some nice plays here in the 4th. Hasn't been perfect, but he's made some good ones. Other screen for Miller, going right into a scoop layup that nobody's there to defend. Nice little fake out by Jovanovic. He creates some space and knocks it down. We've got a Slovenian sniper sighting. 10-point lead. 7 left to go. Just got to protect it. Play some solid defense. Almost every shot clock counting down for Charlotte. The shot won't go for Prosper. Jovanovic fires. It won't drop this time. But he will get the steal on the other end. Prosper turns it over. Rhodes gets the feed and knocks it down. Jovanovic the assist. Oh no. Do not double Miller. Please. Don't do it. Prosper in the corner. Misses a 3. OG got there in time. He saw that. That pass was going to be made. Good anticipation. Quick pull-up. Jovanovic, no good. He's feeling aggressive right now. Simmons the other way. He finds Gilbert behind Rhodes. Another 3. Much more open. It's not going to drop in. That would have broken this game open. Instead, the door is still open for Charlotte. All the way up to Fultz. A lot of quick buckets here for the Hornets. Backing down, Ben Simmons down low. There's no way that he's going to take our last shot here. Or he will! He just completely bodied Simmons. I love that. Achua with a huge 4th quarter bucket. Now under 5 to go. Charlotte calls timeout. After their timeouts, LaMelo Ball checks in, and Mercer lost it. Boyd picks up a huge steal in crunch time. Attack on more to our lead. Boyd with it. Handing off to Kuminga. He laces one top of the key. Miller sees a lane from the elbow. The pull-up is up and in. What a shot by Boyd. The step-back jumper falls in. He's got 23. A 14-point lead for the home team. Can the Hornets mount an almost insurmountable comeback? Maybe so. Mercer nails it from downtown. Setting up a little pick and roll here. Duren gets behind the defense, and Boyd gets the assist. Now, why do we have Jalen Duren on LaMelo right now? What happened? We got OG on Miller. We're going to double him, and Duren blocks LaMelo. What a strange possession that was. Under 3 to go. Time running out for Charlotte. Duren makes it a 15-point lead. This game is nearly over. Off the screen. Miller steps back and hits the baseline jump shot. Boyd for the dagger. No good. I thought that was going to be it. On the drive. The pull-up won't go for LaMelo. I don't think he's scored here in the fourth quarter. One more bucket to put the stamp on things. Ivanovic doubled. Kuminga can't knock it down. Other driving pull-up. LaMelo's on the board. 120 to 109. Same score that Charlotte led by late in that Game 6 victory for them. Boyd drives and draws the foul on Pena. Fourth on him. First on Charlotte here in the fourth at all. First free throw. Up and good from 22. To cement the victory. It's up and in on the back end. And it is going to be Virginia Beach that moves on to the Eastern Conference Finals. They took us to Game 7, the first team to ever do so. But we come out on top here at home, 124 to 109. Our year is not over yet. And Charlotte can go home. Thank God. Yeah, I do not want to be facing this team in the playoffs ever again because of how frustrating this team is to play against, man. Like, sure, it was a great series. Brandon Miller did his thing game after game. LaMelo, not so much. He had a couple of rough ones in the series, including this one, missing 10 threes. A big difference between this and Game 6. But Boyd drops 25, 8, 9. 2 boards and 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Jovanovic goes 10 for 20. 4 for 10 behind the arc, and Jalen Duren 9 for 9 here in this game. That was the difference maker. The X factor in this game was Jalen Duren, simply put. And we are frankly lucky to come out of this game with a win. We did shoot 62%, shot well from behind the arc, had more free throws this time than Charlotte did, and less turnovers, only by 1. But 5 more assists. We just passed better, got more bench points, had a few more rebounds, and those were all key contributors to this win. Charlotte is 1 or 2 players away from having a championship roster, I've got no doubt in my mind. But both 1s and both 3s move on either side. The Spurs win Game 7 against the Thunder, while Seattle took down the Warriors in 6. So it's the Spurs against the Sonics and the Neptunes against the Raptors for the 3rd time in this series. We obviously won the previous 2 series against them in this exact same situation. But how different does their team look 2 years later? They've still got Lonzo Ball and Grady Dick and Scotty Barnes. They've still got Whitehead, but now they've got Wendell Carter, who I don't think has been here for that long yet. He's been here for 1 year so far. Was in San Antonio the year prior to that and was here a couple years back. So he did play for them the first time that we saw them in the ECF. He just didn't get that much playing time, at least against us in that series. But they brought in Edwards here, who has played for a couple of different teams now. But when we've faced this guy, he's actually been pretty solid for the teams that he's played for. They've also got Lou Dort. I forgot Lou Dort was one of their big signings. He hasn't really played a whole lot, but yeah, whoever he's guarding is not going to be scoring too much in this series whatsoever. Luckily, he has not shot very well this year at 38%. He's only shot 31% here in the playoffs too. And it's not been good from downtown either. But they got Jordan Poole, who could obviously catch fire at any time. So another team. This is a much more physical team than the Hornets are. Much less finesse and a lot more physicality. So it's going to be Scotty Barnes against Mac Boyd. Grady Dick probably against Anunoby. And then we're going to have to see where Jovanovic ends up. Because if he has to guard Lonzo or Grady Dick, it's not going to go well for him. But here we are. One of 4 teams left, coming off our first Game 7 ever and our first Game 7 win ever. And we're still alive here, but the playoffs are only going to get tough from here, I have a feeling. So this might be another great series against the Raptors. I really hope we don't blow them out. I obviously want to win, but I want a good series just like against the Hornets. So that'll do it here in this one, folks. What a series that was. What an episode. And I'll see you guys to kickstart the ECF next time around. Please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts and feedback down below, and we will jump in next time. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.